Coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Brock, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather as we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. In this game, it's about emphasizing those strengths, hiding those weaknesses, and playing some winning football.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. Leading them out in year 11. He's played 15 or more games every season in the league. A real Iron Man, Derek Carr.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Flushed out of the pocket. To the outside and complete to Olave. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. All right, here we go, second down. They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 14. Going deep right away. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. Second down. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Carr here from the gun. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. On fourth down, Carr getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Carr with it on first. Got his target. It's Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they face second down. Back to the air, Carr. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Chris Olave with a touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Devin Tompkins to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. Bringing him out, coming off a tough rookie season as the top pick in the 2023 draft is Bryce Young.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Straight to the air here, it's Young. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Thielen's got it. Complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Carolina in punt formation. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. Carr now on 1st and 10. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Completes this one to Hill. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. First down, ball at the 36. From the shotgun, Carr. This one falls incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Running back sent in motion. Carr throwing on 3rd. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
Panthers nothing. Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Tompkins now to return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Young on 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They send the tight end in motion. A second down throw for Young. He finds Sanders. Oh, he lost the football. And the Saints grab it. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Trying to work quickly now. From the 36. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll motion him out of the backfield. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Offense in the hurry up now. Throwing again, it's Carr. He's got it! And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. Motion man sent left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Mickatommy's kick is good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Tompkins now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. They'll cobble together a yard there. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. All right, snap and a quick kneel down, and the final few seconds are going to elapse here in our first half. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So at halftime, the Saints fighting to an advantage on. The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Tompkins now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Willie Gay there on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Young throwing here. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. He breaks the tackle. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Carolina Panthers.
Putting the tight end in motion.
1st and 10 at the
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr here from the gun. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. It's Kamara on 3rd down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Groupie. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the lead goes unchanged from 17. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. And And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled on the play by Cameron Jordan. Offense to the line for second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds Sanders. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Panthers first down.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Young working from the gun. Gets this to Sanders. And he goes out a little short of the 40. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd
From the 42. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Saints grab it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field, but unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 34. Carr moving him quickly here. They give on 2nd to Kamara. He finds space into the red zone. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Kamara is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints put up even more points in a win. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell, stopping you from reaching that end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints make it a 24-point ball game. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Tompkins now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And as we're being reminded of watching this package, there have been quite a few mad scrambles for the football in this one. It has been put on the deck a lot, and unfortunately, they haven't always been there to make the recovery.
Yeah, I think this is twofold, Kate. I think, number one, this is a defense who has studied its opponent and their tendencies well, knowing there were opportunities to rip the ball out of their hands. And then offensively, this has been a mess. I mean, it's one of those games where it's just error after error after error, and you know they typically come back.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Another try following the sack. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets them up with a 3rd down.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From his own end zone on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Colson Adebo's got it. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th first-quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Group B to try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Tompkins now to return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have two available for them as we approach the end of this game. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes out to the left. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans.
14 yards. Brings up third down.
Throwing on third and long. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good for a Carolina Panther.
Now it's Young. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So this will win on the road for the Saints. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from Charlotte.
You